Hey, good evening, and welcome back to the Soak Channel. That's SOAK, Son of a King, Son of the Most High God. Hey guys, thank you all so much for logging back in. I can't be on here long today. I'm cooking a little something today. My wife is in there chilling, so today I decided to go ahead and cook. She's not doing too much cooking on a Sunday. So anyway, I decided to go ahead and cook us some meal and make us a nice hot pot pie and made this trying out this sweet potato bread that I saw online. But anyway, I am going to give you my Puff Daddy story. Here's my phone ringing already. I'm telling you, it never stops. Okay. Nevertheless, so I too have a Puff Daddy story. All right. Some of my friends know this story because I kind of told it from time to time in the stations and things of that nature. And you would just not believe some of the things that, these celebrities do and so forth. Nevertheless, I am going to tell you this story. Now, mind you, this is way a little while back before, I became a Christian or whatever the case may be, right? And so, I was saying some things and doing some things, and I may say some of them things now. Lord, forgive me. But I'll try to keep it clean, keep it as clean as possible. All right. So this was back in the days, and so I'm going to talk about the place that I used to work, but I won't say any names. But I will use his name or whatever the case may be, because that's who we're talking about. All right. Nevertheless, this is a true story. Okay. And so back in the day, some of my friends know I used to work for a hotel, okay? And some of you guys who know me and remember me from back in that time, know the hotel that I used to work for. So this is way back in early 90s and things of that nature, or mid 90s or something like that. Nevertheless, we were working. I worked in the security department. And so, we get this call for this noise complaint. And my buddy says, hey, counsel, can you go upstairs to the presidential suite and talk to our guests about the noise? You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, well, who is it? You know what I'm saying? Who's up there this time? You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's Puff Daddy. I was like, really? I was like, oh man. I said, I like to meet the guy. You know what I'm saying? And so a friend of mine is a white guy by the name of I'll say Sean. I won't say his last name, but his first name was Sean. But I won't say his last name. Nevertheless, I said, well, Sean, come on, man, let's go on up here. You know what I'm saying? I want to meet this guy anyway, it was, Puff Daddy. I was like, all right, well, I wouldn't mind meeting the guy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't real big on like, hounding celebrities. Hey, man, let me get a picture with you and all that kind of stuff. And just kind of meet the guy. Hey, brother, how you doing? I like your music, da-da-da-da, and that's about it. So anyway, we get ready to go up to the floor, right? So as we're going up to the floor, we had to go up to the 12th floor. So as we come up to the 10th floor, 11th floor, or whatever the case may be, I start hearing the music. Now, it was loud. So the music was loud. When we got out to the floor, we could hear it just as plain as day, because the elevator was right in front of the presidential suite. So I went, we got off the elevator, and next thing you know, I'm like, knocking on the door. So, well, Sean knocks on the door, I believe. And so, I'm like, well, Sean, let's just wait till the next song comes on, because he got it so loud till, there's no real need for us to knock until the song goes down. You know how it changes. This is from the one song to the next. So once it did that, we knocked again. All right. So the song went off and we knocked again. So at this time, he comes to the door, he storms to the door, and he swings the door, because we had like double doors on that unit. And so he swings the door open, he goes, what? I'm like, hey, Puff, we just came up here because we got a noise complaint, and we just came to see if you can turn the music down some. Man, that's how I make my music. That's how I live. I breathe music, sleep music. You know what I'm saying? Music is my life. That's what I do. I listen to music all the time. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I know that's what you do. You that's the thing that you do. But you need to cut it down a little bit, because we got people that's complaining or whatever the case may be. Hey man, like I said, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? You tell your people downstairs, whoever come back up here, or you tell your people downstairs, you know what I'm saying, this is what I do or whatever the case may be. So at this time, he was talking to J-Lo during that time or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so, but this girl comes from behind the door, and she kind of peep around the side, and she says, she's like, what's going on, And I was like, nothing, ma'am, it's just that the music is a little loud. And, we try to, we come in to ask if you guys are turning down. We paid good money for this room. I want to tell her, this is what I was thinking back then, B, you ain't paid nothing for this room. Shut up. That's what I wanted to say, you know what I'm saying? And you in here doggone, tricking off, you know what I'm saying? That's what you in here doing. Nevertheless, I just, said what I said. And so Puff was like, man, this is what I do, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, man, we need to have the music cut down, So Sean goes to the door. He said, well, Puff, give me 1 second. Let me just go and try to see how it sounds if we cut it down just a little bit and come back outside the door. So, Sean goes in and he turns down the radio just a little bit and he get ready to walk out the door through the threshold. So just before he comes through the threshold, Puffy done ran back over there and turned the music back up. He turns around and looks back at us and he says, hey, man, like I said, tell your manager, whoever it is downstairs, this what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is how I make my money. This is how I live. So, tell your boss or whoever it is to come in. If they come back up here, we gonna have a problem. So whoever come back up, you just let them know it's gonna be a problem. Well, the old me back then would say, was like, well, now I feel like you're threatening me because, I may be the one that come back up here. So I done got mad. Man, I went back over there and I went and cut that music back down. Now I done went from, the hotel security officer to doing what the policy says and so forth to me just losing it. Well, I didn't really lose it, but I was like, they ain't finna be talking to me like this here. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you is. So I go over there and I turn the music back down and I come to the door. I said, hey man, I said, look, I said, you can cut that music back up if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you do cut it back up. I said, but I feel like you're threatening me because if I'm the one that's coming back up here, then what you call yourself gonna do to me? I said, look here, man. I said, Puff, let me say something, brother. I said, you cut the music back all you want. I said, that's fine. I said, but if we get another noise complaint, I said, you and her getting out of here. So I said, Sean, come on, let's go, brother. No. Come here, playboy. I said, no, man. I said, because you making me feel like you threatening me. Because I may be the one that come back up here. And you talking about it's going to be a problem whoever come back up here. I said, bro, my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. I said, so turn the music back up. I said, if you want to. I said, we going to go on downstairs. I said, so you turn it back up before I even get on the elevator. I said, but if we get another call from somebody saying that this music is turned up and it's too loud, I said, because it don't make no sense for you to pay the money that you paid and you want to stay in this room. And I said, if somebody else who paid for the room staying on the same floor and they want to rest. I said, we try to come to a compromise and you won't even do that. So I tell you what, go turn the music back up if you want to. I said, Sean, come on, let's go. So me and Sean got back on the elevator and he said, like, man. I said, Sean, I said, if that joker got doggone, turn that music back up. I said, Sean, when I get back on that floor, I said, I said, if he turn that music back up and we get another noise complaint, I said to myself, I'm going to knock on that door. And soon as I knock on the door, as soon as he opened the door, I'm saying, mother, didn't I tell your black, don't be turning up this music. I was going to make that joker hit me. I'm telling you, man, I was already set. You know what I'm saying? Number one, at the time, that's the way I was thinking or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I was going to make that joker hit me, Now, granted, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that way anymore, whatever the case may be. But back then, brother, let me tell you, I'm telling you, I was all about it. You know what I'm saying? And so, it never got to that point. We never got another noise complaint or whatever the case may be. I wound up not seeing them anymore after that particular time or whatever. But I say that to say, it's unfortunate, man, that we see, our brothers and sisters getting into to some of the stuff that they're getting into or whatever. But I can somewhat attest to the, the boldness and the attitude and some of the stuff that we've seen on the news or whatever the case may be about this particular thing. And, man, it's just unfortunate, man. It's very unfortunate, man. The only thing I can do is pray for the brother now, as it relates to whatever he has going on. But yeah, man, I just thought, I was thought about that. I had some friends like, man, what? I said, no, man. I said, I'll tell you on my channel, man. You can check out the channel if you want to and hear the story or whatever. But I'm telling y'all, man, it was crazy, right? But anyway, man, Shots goes out to all my friends who wanted me to tell this story or whatever the case may be. And guys, keep doing what you're doing or whatever. Continue to follow God. Thank God that I don't think the way that I used to, and I don't do the things that I used to do. I'm still not perfect, right? But I am striving every day to get closer and to be more like God. So anyway, guys, I just thought I'd shoot that story out to you. Until next time, this is the Soap Channel. Stay tuned for my next episode. Talking about God and things of that nature. Hopefully it'll be something that can encourage you, enlighten you, and something that you can pass on to someone else. All right. So guys, until next time, I love you. Take care of yourselves. And remember, let's try to get closer to God every day, because we can see if we're not, just about anything can happen. All right, guys. I love you. Peace.